Welcome to another episode, Dutch Guy's Garage. This is our post-Indy sum up.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself.
Well, what do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
Yeah! All right. So, yesterday, we went to Indy, swap meet, Mopar. Down, long drive, lots of snow on the way. Thankfully, Dad drove. Thanks, Dad. We left at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. It was early. We got there about 8:30 and got home about 7 o'clock at night. So what did we exactly buy? We went there with the hopes of picking up some parts so we didn't have to buy them from Jegs or Summit, Amazon, Rock Auto, yada, yada, yada. Now, what did we exactly find? As you can see behind us, we have this fine fender in red oxide primer. That was one of the things we picked up. It was an NOS 76 through 1979 fender. This will go great with our other passenger side NOS fender that we have for the car. This fender in particular is for our 1978 Dodge Richard Petty Edition kit car, whatever you want to call it, this Tuesday or whatever day it is. Maybe it's Sunday. That car hasn't been seen a lot on the channel so far because it's more of a long-term project. It is something that we are acquiring parts for over a long period of time because my wife wants it restored. Concours restoration style, paint marks, blah, 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 blah. Something we don't normally do, but it's the way my wife wants it, so that's the way my wife's going to get it. So we are assembling the finest of NOS parts over what's going to take a long time to formulate this car into what it's going to be, which is going to be one of the nicest Dodge Aspen Richard Petty editions in existence. Mind you, they only made 145 of those bad boys, and there's probably only about 30 of them that are known to still exist, including ours. So making the nicest one will be a little hard, but we're up for the task because it's a cool car, and there's not many of them left, and NOS is something it needs. So we're going to take this said fender, because remember, it's a kit car, and we're going to have to cut it here and cut it. All this body line here is just going to go gone. We're just going to chop it all away. Put a big old fender flare on there. We have our NOS aprons next to it. That was last year's Indy find. Those are going to bolt to that, and it's going to look really nice. We have NOS doors. We have NOS quarters, NOS trunk lid, NOS tail panel, NOS bumpers. The whole car is going to be NOS. Because we can't call AMD. AMD doesn't make anything for my cars because, why not get into cars that nobody makes parts for? That's smart. Let's do that. Why did we do that?
I'm not a smart man.
We don't know yet. So, finding NOS is the greatest thing you can do besides trying to find original parts that might be dinged or dented. NOS is our best goal for the moment. But yeah, we have NOS fenders, NOS inner aprons, or inner fender aprons, NOS bumpers, doors, trunk lid, rear tail panel, quarters. The only thing that's original on that car will be the roof, because I've never seen an NOS roof, but I will buy it. So if you have an NOS Aspen over Laurie roof, I'm a buyer. Email me, Dutch Guy's Garage. I will buy that. I will drive across the country and buy that from you. Likelihood of that happening is about 0, but if you're out there, I'm your guy. So What else did we get on our grand adventure? We'll switch over here to not seeing my ugly face. No, we're not scratching the paint. We have the welding apron down. You're fine. Calm down. Calm down. Low-car transmission dipstick for our big block station wagon and all of its finest. Needed that because guess what? A big block does not fit in these cars worth a dang. And the original dipstick, we were going to have to, let me find it. Hold on. Calm down. This was the dipstick we had in there. We were making some rough measurements with a hammer and trying to get it to formulate to a shape. And as you see, that's the dipstick. It's not friendly no more. So, that's junk. Nice flexi low car unit. Now, no, we did not drive 9 hours to buy a fender in a dipstick because that would suck. Let's go over. But bam! That's what I'm talking about. Now, still have not figured this out, but we went there on Saturday. Indy is a 2-day swap meet show. Everyone walked past this dash pad. There was many F-Buddy guys there. They walked by this perfect dash pad. And I don't see why. No, it was not the right color. I just finished sanding it a few hours ago. We're not going to touch it with our hands because it still might be a little... But this was our original. You see, it had some crackage. We were going to make do. But if somebody's going to walk by perfectly good parts that are cheap, I'm your guy. I'm going to buy them. I'm going to buy them all day. And this was a beautiful dash pad. Now, ABC Parts does make these dash pads new. But guess what? They're $400 plus a core charge. We'd have to ship them this guy, pay shipping on another one, and then get that back. Why do that when you can spend $100 at a swap meet? $100. That's all it costs, people. $100 to have perfection. Come on now. I'm not going to walk by that. Now, what else did we get? Let's see what else we got. We got this fancy upside down. No, that's not upside. Oh, nope, it is. Jeez, oh Pete's. Nice, man. I had this Promatic shifter base. You can see how shiny it is because it's going to blind you in the camera. Nice Promatic Hurst Promatic shifter base with the nice chrome top and the numbers. None of this was ever used. He also had the rubber gasket and everything. Dad's seen this. $20 swap meet. Guy said he never put it on the car. Never put it on the shifter, sold the car. Well, I so happen to have a Hurst Promatic shifter that we are putting in the station wagon that has no shifter base or any of this. $20. $20. I mean, come on. You can't walk by that. Nobody could walk by that. That's a case of being in the right place, right time. Now, what was the piece de resistance of what we got? Let me show you. Oh, the nice thing about going to Indy was seeing our fellow YouTubers, our subscribers, everybody we seen there was amazing. Getting to meet everybody in person that we never met. The subscribers that reached out to us while we were there. It was awesome. It was great meeting you guys. I appreciate you guys following. You know, coming and saying hi, Dad and I, when we were there. We did, our final score of the day was this Wayland, we're going to call it a Wayland tunnel ram. You know, Wayland tunnel ram's much cooler than Wayland. We got this from our friends at Scott's Speed Shop. Thanks again, Jed. This will be a great addition. Now I know what you guys are thinking. What car are you going to put in that? You got somebody to pick from. I think this one is actually going to go home and go on our 1978 Super Coupe, our road race car. Now I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. Purist, you're going to want to tune off at this point because you're going to be offended. I just don't want to hear it.
I'm offended.
It's going to, tunnel rams are for high end. Well, small block, we want to wind her out. With our transmission upgrades, thanks to our friends at Cope Transmission this year, that we did to the Super Coupe, we are going to be all into that high-end small block power. So, what better benefit than to put a tunnel ram on there? The problems we had last year was in the end of the long slaloms, we were running out of fuel. So, thinking with a progressive linkage, not a one-to-one, a progressive, we are going to be able to save that other carburetor for the end of the slalom and be able to use that instead of running out of fuel and stuff like that. Just a thinking at this point. It may be wrong style of thinking, but we're thinking. That's dangerous. So, we're going to try it. If that doesn't work, we'll run a one-to-one. We'll go from there. But we're going to put some nice 450s or 600 on here. Hollies. I know Hollies. We haven't decided really, but we're running a 450 or 600. That's what the goal. That's the goal at this point. That's what I think we're going to do. So, again, thank you, Jed, selling us this nice tunnel ram. It is half purple. Not sure who rattle canned that. Looks like it was jet coated, then rattle can purple over top. Maybe purple's Jed's color. I don't know. So we're going to have to aircraft stripper that off, or maybe hot tank it, see what happens. But that's the thinking at the moment. So stay tuned to a future episode. We are going to be putting this tunnel ram on the Super Coupe. And no, it's not going to fit with our current hood scoop setup from my measurements. So we're going to have to switch hoods and cut a big hole. I don't know what we're going to do for an air cleaner at this point, whether we run two small ones, a large one, or a big old butterfly. I haven't decided yet. So we'll figure it out as we go. But this is our post Indy Mopar swap meet wrap up. Some of the stuff we bought, some of the people we met. It was great meeting everybody. And yeah, thanks for watching as always. Appreciate it. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Throw a comment down below. Tell us what you think of the junk we bought, or, you know, what you would have paid. Yeah, why not? So we'll see you on the next one. This is Dutch Guy's Garage. And always remember, they don't move until you do.